Hello and welcome back to my channel, the channel which is dedicated to give you idea and suggestions to improve your healthy lifestyle. If you are new to my channel, my name is Reza, a former scientist in area of the nutrition and bone research, and during the last 7 years I've worked in pharmaceutical industry. In this video I want to show you how you can preserve olive, and this year I had again privilege to go to a friend of mine's property which they have several olive trees in Adelaide Hill, and in this time I decided to preserve green olive and actually pit the olive as well, which if you like to consume pit olive and get enjoy what you basically prepare, maybe you want to watch this video. It's April and some of the olive in South Australia start to be ripe or semi-ripe, and this is one of the Kalamata trees, but I'm after Dan's planning to pick them up. That's a lovely color. How are you, Dan? You're thinking to preserving those one?
I haven't preserved them before, so
Okay.
how? I don't know. Salt, water.
Okay.
I'll find something on
YouTube. you should watch mine.
I've seen yours, yes.
Then I'm planning to this year something I haven't done, which is green olive. Therefore the variety I'm after ideally has to be green and decent size. Most of the trees here they are old, but there are few trees just like this is the best one.
Hey, this has some lovely green.
That's beautiful, this one. This is the best one, you know. This Dan, can I show you in your hand the size of them? You see, that's perfect. Which the plan is with the wooden, just like hammer, just bang them, and hopefully look at this, beautiful. And then the second best is this one, which we last year we tried this one. They are quite nice. It's not as big, but still I think it'd be nice if I pick some green one.
Yeah, there are some more trees with these green ones.
Yeah,
I think around the other side.
Well, let's get busy. Only Dan and me, because the younger generation a bit sleepy.
We weren't going to talk about that.
No, we just have to dig. That's our younger generation. That's it.
So these are a wilty pole sheep, and they live amongst the olive trees. They don't ring bark the trees. They only eat the olives that fall off and fall onto the ground. Sometimes if they can reach their head up to the lower branches, they'll have a nibble on the lower branches. But so they're very handy to keep the weeds down in amongst the olive groves. There's about 150 trees here, and that way we don't need to bring a tractor in and do anything mechanically. It's all done by sheep, and then they leave their calling card on the ground, and that get used by the trees.
Yeah, it's kind of
so it's a bit
symbiotic.
Yeah, there is a word for it, but I just do it because it's the way. It's the easiest way to do it.
That's the
Hello.
Those one you said that also you don't need to shear.
Yeah, wilty pole self shedding.
Self-shedding, which is less work.
A lot less work.
Yeah, and I'm preparing the brine for olive, which I picked yesterday. basically 100 grams per liter. I'm going to make 4 liter of the brine. Therefore, it's 400 grams of table salt, and I put it in the pot, which I actually make it to the bowl to dissolve the salt better. Therefore, I cool it down, and meanwhile I'm going to trying to get a stone from the olive out and then transfer it to our brine. This is our brine. Just I add the salt and 4 liters of the water. I'm just going to bring it to the boil, and then turn it off and just start to preparing our olive. This is our setup. Basically, I put a lot of boards with wood. I'm gonna basically bash the olive and like this. Since it's cracked, drag the stone out. And this is just water for now, because I'll put them first in the water, then when we're done, I just put it for a couple of hours in water, then I transfer it to brine. But just meanwhile, I just put them in the water, otherwise they get dark quite fast. Therefore, that's the way we're going to do it. I said a couple of people, I hope everyone helps, therefore we can go through it fast. Yeah. Yeah. First one, okay.
What about Myanmar?
It's done. The olive sitting in the normal water, and as you can see, there's a lot of actually oil and tannin is coming out. I made kind of I should ideally put a plate to push them down, but I'm just gonna get rid of the water, and I'll put the brine which I made another day. This is the brine which I made, 100 grams. That's perfect. Now I'm gonna put a plate in top to push them down. In order to push the olive down, I have this plate or Pyrex dish, and I put a bit of weight on it to push most of the olive down, and then I cover it with aluminium foil and put it aside in room temperature for 1 or 2 days, and I change the water accordingly. I'm going to change again the brine, and here just rinse the bottom of this. Let's quickly rinse them. I'm gonna try see how they're going. I think 1 or 2 more wash maximum. As I said, I reduced the salt. Maybe I'll quickly rinse some of this as well. Just use the sponge. Put that one back. This is stage. We're gonna put some lime, just cut it thinly. Here as well. Brine, which is 7%, that means 70 grams in 1 liter. This is 4 liter here. That one back in. Put it right back. And we're gonna cover it in this for another 2-3 days. Maybe 2 days and I'll change it. This time we're gonna have 200 grams of the salt in 4 liter, therefore we're just half of the concentration of the salt, and because it's towards the end of the wash for olive and they are not as bitter than before. Another brine change. I'll chuck those one, the lemon or lime, sorry, and I'll put the new one. Always tasting one. Very close to be ready, maybe 1 or 2 more. This is 50 grams per liter. It's 50 grams of salt. That one again on top to push the olive down. And I'll put the weight on. And for after 2 days, I'm gonna change it again. But I'm gonna cut some lime, just add to it. Okay, we add a chili now. We put garlic. Coriander, a small teaspoon of the coriander. And oregano, again 1 teaspoon. If it's small, a bit less than teaspoon, just a half a teaspoon. After adding spices to each jar, I'm adding about 1/3 of the each jar some solution, which is basically 5% of brine or salt and 25% of white vinegar. You can, if you want a bit more vinegar and acidity taste, you can add 50%. Now our olive is packed in a jar and more or less is covered with by solution. Instead of just top it up with the solution, I'm going to add some olive oil. It's best you use good quality oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil, and just basically top it up at least around half a centimeter, but enough to cover all of the olive, and basically you're done. And you seal, you put the lid back in jars and leave it in just relatively a stable temperature for 1 or 2 weeks, and it should be ready for consumption. Just want to thank you for giving your time and watch this video. And if you enjoy and you learn something, please try to apply it. If you have opportunity to pick your olive or buy fresh olive, maybe you try to preserve it yourself. This way at least you know it's done naturally, and I have to say it tastes wonderful. If you also enjoy this video and you think it's useful, please share it, and don't forget to give it thumb ups. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so as well. Then in the end, I just want to again encourage you to eat healthy, be active, and be curious. Bye for now.